I'm currently in 11th standard and I am a front-end developer and a Mon stack developer. I started coding when I was 15, and then I just started as a time passer, like as a hobby, is just to pass my time in summer vacations in 2020. So then I got to know about what is programming actually. Then I just started, and it was like a magic for me because I got so many opportunities after joining LinkedIn. After joining LinkedIn, I used to be consistent with my posts and help with some of the resources. So, like before, I got an opportunity at JNU, Delhi, a developer society, to just be a speaker and tell people about how OneStack works. And secondly, I got an opportunity to tell about my journey in a YouTube channel by the name The Geek Monk. And then this is my third opportunity. Just so great.
Shruti, it's really wonderful for you being here, and you accepted my invitation that you are ready to deliver a session on front-end development. So,
Yeah.
and I'm also just very much happy that you started programming at the age of 15. You're still a school student. Yeah, I also done my C programming at my schooling,
Okay.
but that was a very long period behind. At that time, we used to have a C programming in our curriculum during schools,
Okay. Hmm.
and we don't have much knowledge about what is web development or all. And at that time, I think computers and they are also very costly, so we don't usually have a system at our homes. So we do practice at school only. Some
Okay.
coding we used to do. And at that time, the scenario was like that: let's prepare for IIT JE and
Hmm.
get selected in some IITs, and then we just have a computer science and engineering branch, and we do just engineering and something like that. That's the scenario at that time, I guess. Some about 15 years back.
Okay.
And nowadays, as you know, that at that time also mobiles were not that much in trend. I think
And yeah.
mobile. I just seen mobile in the year 2004 something, and
Yeah. Not
uh,
not so many people use internet and all.
yeah. So nowadays it's if I just say it, as per a generation, it's a digital world.
Mm.
So mobile technology has increased a lot, and web development is one of the important feature. Application development is one of the important feature. So I guess most of the students who are just in school, they are having a Python in their curriculum as a programming language. We were having C. Now Python is a programming language.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's really nice, Shruti, that you are inspiration for the students who are here, who will see
Yeah.
or
Thank you
and
so
listen.
much. Thank you so much for
Listen.
this opportunity. And I'm sorry for the delay because I was having my exam and then my last exam was yesterday. Just
Okay, okay,
prepared for it. I just prepared for it after my exam yesterday itself.
okay. Yeah, yeah, sure. So, how
So
are your exams?
yeah, they were amazing.
Okay, so in 11, you will be having maths as a subject, physics and chemistry and something like that.
No, I have taken commerce plus maths and then IT as optional subject.
Okay, commerce, maths, and ITS. Okay, okay, fine. So, what about after 12th? What's your stream which you will select?
This is stream itself. Oh, sorry. After 12th, I have thought to do BCA and MCA from Bangalore.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's it. My plan for now. I just want to build a community or a startup kind of thing to grow myself. So currently, I am working on it. I'm thinking out of ideas that how to build a community, how to do everything like doing a startup and all.
Well, that's a very good idea and a very nice initiative, Shruti. I just want you to be as a member of Gigzy also.
Yeah, I
Uh,
would love to.
Actually, here the students, as they introduce themselves, Chinmay and Anamika, they are first year engineering students, and they're also working on this platform. Okay, we are just considering it as a startup. That what we usually do is we invite speakers of various streams of various knowledge, and we just invite in students mostly of the engineering background and. Uh, at this, they used to have some communication regarding if you talk about internships, if you talk about some other activities or some any kind of expertise which a speaker has. So they used to deliver their lecture, and we hope those who are the participants, who they must get inspired by their stories, by their experiences, and
Yeah, yeah,
definitely they will implement that in a career ahead. So this is the
yes.
main goal of the Gigzy club.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, I would
and
love to join that.
yeah, you're welcome, Shruti, and thanks again for accepting the offer. Can we have our webcam on video?
Yeah, okay.
Host? Okay, Shruti, what are the plans for the Valentine's Day?
Nothing much.
Okay. Okay, what about your classmates, Shruti?
Like
Um,
I currently I don't have any friend who is into tech or who is doing anything except studies.
okay. Yeah,
So
studies are important, but what I feel is students must also be actively participating in co-curricular and other activities also.
yes, yeah, that's like they are participating in everything. Like I am also participating, but this year was like nothing for
At
us. Like
home, at home only.
doing yeah at home only. So 2020 helped me a lot in building my skills and learning a lot and getting the opportunities and grabbing them. So I would like to thank 2020 for everything that I am doing.
Okay, that's really nice. So I think the trend has been, or scenario has been changed that most of the things have been working on internet and just building up the communities, having a communication, sharing the ideas, knowledge, expertise, whether they might be of different backgrounds or whatever. But at least they must have some idea. So if you are having, Shruti, some skills, web development skills, so definitely we'll just gather some information from your side, how we can implement that at our end. So it will be a very nice conversation or a session.
Uh, I don't have any community, but currently I'm working to build my personal brand on LinkedIn. Like I used to post a regular post and help people with the resources of how to learn this, how to do this, and the roadmaps and all. So I'm working on building personal brand, and after I'll be having much network, then I will start building my community. I'll make a website for it, and then I'll grow it by just and going to some of the mentors and getting feedbacks from them that how it is, and then after the feedbacks I'll improve that, and then just by improving and it will become a larger than
Well, that's a
gradually.
very nice planning, Shruti. That means you have some goals. Definitely. And I always ask the students, to my engineering students also, that what kind of goal do you have? That means, but actually the problem here with us is they don't have a proper goal. They don't have done some homeworks that what should we need to do ahead. Actually, what they don't have certainly of their own choice. They got inspired by someone else that what he or she is doing. They also just started, okay, okay, उन्होंने कर रहे हैं ना, तो अब हम भी वैसा वैसा कर लेते हैं. ओके, तो ऐसा कोई उन्होंने सेटअप नहीं करा कि यार हमें कुछ नया करना चाहिए, कोई दूसरों से सीखना चाहिए. ओके, तो यहाँ बीइंग एज अ टीचर एट माय इंस्टीट्यूट ऑल्सो बहुत डिफिकल्ट रहता है कि स्टूडेंट्स को इंस्पायर कर सकूं, मैं उनको ऐड कर सकूं, एंड
But by these webinars, the students will inspire a lot. Like so many great people are coming and they're telling about what they're doing, how they're learning. So they will get inspired by this only. So that's a great initiative.
yeah, that actually, and what I'm just doing here is we are not inviting some industry person or something at this end. हम यहाँ पर इनवाइट कर रहे हैं स्टूडेंट्स को, क्योंकि वी आर जस्ट लुकिंग एंड जस्ट वांट टू मेक देम एज अ रेफरेंस कि आप देखिए, आप भी स्टूडेंट हैं, वो भी एक स्टूडेंट है, और एक स्टूडेंट एक नया आइडिया लेकर आया है, वो कितना काम कर रहा है, आपको उससे सीखना चाहिए। ठीक है,
Hmm.
ये मेरी एक आइडियोलॉजी है। स्टूडेंट्स को देखकर ही दूसरा स्टूडेंट यदि आता है, तो आई थिंक दिस शुड हेल्प अ लॉट फॉर देम रेदर देन कि हम एक ओल्ड एज पर्सन को बुलाएं, वो अपने एक्सपीरियंस शेयर करे। इट्स काइंड ऑफ बोरिंग, अरे यार ये क्या बता रहे हैं, अभी तो हमको बहुत
Yeah,
टाइम है यार
yeah,
वहां तक पहुंचने में। ठीक है, तो दिस इज सर्टेनली माय आइडिया, और एंड ऑन द सेम बिहाफ आई एडेड चिन्मयी एंड अनामिका कि आप फर्स्ट ईयर स्टूडेंट है, अभी आपने इंजीनियरिंग स्टार्ट करी है, तो
Hmm.
यू यू हैव अ लॉन्ग वे टू गो। अब अभी आप यहाँ जुड़ेंगे तो चीजों को सीखें। इट्स इंजीनियरिंग इज नॉट अबाउट, एंड इट्स नॉट ये कोडिंग, इट्स नॉट अबाउट कि आप असाइनमेंट सबमिट कर रहे हैं कॉलेज के अंदर, आपसे कोई बोला जा रहा है लिखो लिखो यार, तो तुम लिख लिख के जमा कर रहे
Hmm.
हो। इट्स नॉट लाइक दैट, यू हैव टू बी प्रैक्टिकल।
Yeah.
ओके, सो थैंक्स श्रुति कि आप काफी हेल्प करेंगे हमारे स्टूडेंट्स को, और जो भी यहाँ सेशन में जुड़ेंगे, तो
I would also love to learn many of the things from you all.
yeah, sure, Shruti. Any kind of help or any kind of guidance do you need from our students, or whatever you need, definitely I am also available. They are also available, and we will share our resources in each and everything.
Hmm.
And it's a good exchange of knowledge and the ideas between both of us. And this is our community itself, and I just want to be a part of this community also. And so we can have something great for our society, and it will be a new culture, something like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, host, you want to ask something, and you want to greet Shruti, so you are on for that.
Yeah, I'm having one question. Shruti, who is your motivation? Who is your mentor who motivates you to do that? Means, to be very
Yeah.
honest, at this age, you are doing so good. So, who is there to guide you?
When I started, so I wasn't knowing I can do anything except studies. Then one of my friend who is into digital marketing now, so he inspired me a lot. Like he was doing such amazing things. I was getting like what he is doing. I was so curious. So I just asked him and we got connected. And he teached me a lot about digital marketing, but that doesn't work for me. So then I started drop shipping, and then drop shipping also doesn't work for me. I lost a lot there, but then I was broke that I can't do anything now. I have tried two things and they both don't work. So I was like, now I won't do anything. But then in January, I thought I should do something, but that was my 10th boards. So I was preparing for it and nothing else. And then after 10th boards, in the summer vacations, there were lockdown, so I thought like what to do with this now, because the schools were always closed and online classes were there, but that wasn't not daily, not regularly. So then one of my cousin who is working with TCS in Pune, I just asked him that what should I do now as a just to pass my time. I was getting so bored. So he just tell me that would you like to learn programming? So I was like, what is programming? I haven't heard of this word before. Then he told me everything about programming and he said just learn start with C. So in the starting 3 months I learned C language, and then I learned HTML, and then after HTML I was like, so this is the something I'm loving, this is the something which is made for me. HTML, then CSS, then JavaScript, and I just Then I got an opportunity to work with an NGO from Mumbai called Vector, and they taught me a lot. Like working with them was like amazing. And then I was just gradually mastering what I'm doing, and I was like, it's a magic. And then I got my first client from Noida. After the 5 to 6 months of learning, then I worked with him. I worked like I was building the UI and all the front end development, and then doing all these things like building 30 to 35 pages for the website was like a lot of practice for me. So I practiced a lot. Then after that, I got to learn of a 50 days challenge. I did it on LinkedIn, and then I learned Monstack in 50 days using Udemy tutorial by Brad Traversy. So that was also a great experience, like grabbing the feedback from the people and learning Monstack. It was so getting so amazing for me gradually. So then I got my then second client from Australia for building a badminton court. Like they were having a badminton court. They want them to book it online. Like people can book the badminton court to play. So it was a great opportunity for me. I just grabbed it, and then I made their badminton portal. Currently, we are also working on it, like me and my cousin. So that project is going on, and yeah, these two projects I got. Then I got an opportunity from Kolkata for an internship, but I didn't join them just because my exams. And then I got in January, I got to be a speaker in one of an interview, and also in JNU Delhi, a developer society. So that's how my journey went, and now this is my third time as a speaker.
Great, you're doing so nice. And it means at starting, the basic of stuff, HTML and C, how much time you took means there was internal motivation I will do it, or means I am doing currently. I am just a beginner, so I face so many problems. Means sometimes it is like यार हमसे ना हो पाएगा, this type of feeling. So
It
this
wasn't like for me in when I was learning C, because I was having a mentor, my cousin. He was mentoring me. So C was like not gone so tough for me, but then HTML, CSS, that all I have learned from myself, like from YouTube tutorials and Udemy. So it was a little bit tough for me. Like I was having no one to tell that the doubts I was having. So I just used Stack Overflow and also to just gain more and more knowledge. And getting errors was like so very difficult for me. I used to be like, हो गया अब नहीं करना है. So then धीरे धीरे हो गया just because of Stack Overflow and just researching about that.
okay. So means where you publish your website means you use WordPress. Which type of elements do you use?
No, I haven't used WordPress. I just used to code and then publish it in GitHub hosting.
Okay.
Hello, Shruti. It is
Hi.
very pleasant to have you here, and you are such a young one here. We all are first year undergraduate here, and you are a school student. So I just want to ask that how you feel get motivated every time. As per I have an experience that when I was doing coding at 11th, I tried a lot, but it was very demotivating for me to get, and it was really confusing. I don't have a mentor, and I always get frustrated about it. So how you maintain your rhythm for coding?
By growing your network, talking to so many people, like I started LinkedIn, I think 5 months ago, as just 20 to 30 connections. But after that, I learned a lot from my own connections. Like I got opportunities, and and that motivated me. Like and one more thing that motivated me is like Indian parents are like, they don't support you while you're doing anything except study. They just say study, study, and study. So my parents supported me, so that also motivated me that not everyone get the chance to do anything except this. So that also supported me, and my network were there, like they were liking my work, and they were giving me feedbacks to improve more. So that only motivated me. My network motivated me. So growing your network is like a quote is there, no? Like growing your network is your net worth. So it was a net worth for me.
Yeah, you gave a wonderful answer, and I also want to ask some a personal question from you that you want to do a software work, but you haven't taken maths and physics and chemistry as your subjects in 11. And why don't you want to take engineering as your future,
Because
as you don't have interest in it?
I personally don't like physics at all. I like chemistry, but not that much. But yeah, I don't like physics at all. So I think in class ninth also my marks were not good in physics, and I don't like doing that. So I have taken commerce. Like I was about to take PCM, but it's like कि PCM के बाद बहुत ज़्यादा पढ़ना पड़ता है, and तो I was thinking कि how will I code, how will I take the time to build websites, how will I get take the time to grab the opportunities. So then I just took commerce and go with that, because I what my personal preference is that a subject you take or the degree you have, that doesn't matter if you have the skill. If you have the good skill, then only. Otherwise, degree matters. And I have seen a lot of people who are into commerce and building a tech company. So that doesn't mean if you have taken commerce, you can't do anything in tech. If you have the skill, then just grab it.
Yeah, I know you are absolutely right that what we have to choose, it does matters in our future. And I wish you all the best for your future plans and may you have a brighter future ahead. And I
Thank you
would
so
like to
much.
start the session. Okay. A very good morning to one and all present here, our special guest, our Nirmal sir, and all the amazing people who have joined the session. I heartily welcome you all in this session. Now I welcome Anamika Jain to take over. Anamika.
Thank you, Chinmay. So, Giggsy welcomes you all. A very warmful good morning to one and all present here. So, today we are having Shruti Panjwani with us. She is just 16 years old, 11th standard high school student, and she is front-end mer stack developer based in Chhattisgarh. So, Shruti itself is an inspiration for all of us. Now, I would like to welcome Shruti to start their presentation.
Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity and for inviting me for such a great session. So, yeah, I would like to start, and I'm presenting my screen. Can you all see my screen?
Yeah, it is visible.
Yeah, okay. So, let's start. The things that you need to know as a front-end developer in 2021. Like in 2021 and these years, a lot of things have changed. Like something that backend developer used to do, now front-end developers are doing. So I will talk about what the things have changed this year, what the things are on trending, and what you need to be a front-end developer. So let's begin. Now, what we'll cover is everything you need to learn to be a job ready front end developer. And what does the future hold for front end developers? The game you must play to actually see the finish line, what's new in 2021, how to build professional experience and grow as a freelancer even while learning. So we'll cover all these topics in this, so stick to the end. Now, why follow this guide? Why follow what I am telling you? So I started my new journey in November 2019, wrote my first HTML CSS in 10th grade. I failed for the first time doing drop shipping, broke through in 2020. I started coding as a time passer in April 2020 lockdown, and it enabled me to work with many startup communities and clients from big cities and countries. I've been a speaker at Developers Club JNU Delhi and got an opportunity to tell about my journey in an interview by The Geek Monk, a YouTube channel, providing helpful resources regularly on LinkedIn. So check out my LinkedIn profile for the helpful resources. Next, why? Why you should learn front-end development? Why you should choose front-end development as your career? So, a lot of people, I have seen a lot of people like they type in Google the highest paying career, the highest paying job in 2021 in India. So, what I prefer, keep aside salary when you are choosing a career. Choose what your skills are. Don't see the scope, don't see the hype. But for your preference, the front-end developer salary in India is a lot, and it's a very, very good career. If you wanna design something, if you have the interest in designing and all, so this is for you. Then don't just see money, don't just see the salary. According to me, it's more fun than pure backend since you get to work on many different aspects of a product design, performance, colors, typography, UX, serverless, and a lot of different frameworks. So a lot of things are done by front-end developers, which used to be done by back-end developers. Like, let's see an example. Like earlier, how it was, like backend developers need to do a lot of work, and front-end developers was having just to write HTML and CSS. But in today's era, it's like front-end developers are a big dog and backend developers are underdogs. Like in front end, now you need to know how APIs works, how internet works. You need to know cPanel, you need to know DNS, you need to know domain and hosting, you need to know how internet works. You need to know the security risks. If you are a front end developer, you need to know how to interact the API with front end. So now front end developers have a lot of work to do. It is also the worst time to learn front-end development due to the difficulties, but it is also a good time, best time to learn front-end development if you are willing to work very hard, if you are willing to master it. But it's not that easy to master. It requires a lot of practice, internships, and experience, therefore, much room for growth. So there is always going to be a high demand for good front-end developers. You need to be at the top of your game. Then misconceptions. What people think, there's a myth that you can become a developer in just 3 months, but you won't become a developer in just 3 months. You might learn all these in 3 months, but you won't master it. So for mastering, you need to practice a lot. 40% learning and 50% building the projects. Like good marketing starts with a good product. So if you want to market good, you need to build a good product. And good product is built when you have a lot of skills, when you have mastered the front end development. You should know each and every aspect of front end development, how the client side rendering works. Then how to start with this, how to start learning front-end development, how to start building the projects, how to start this career. So first is HTML, which is the most preferring language for front-end development. Every web developer should know this. So HTML is hypertext markup language, where You need to design the body of the where you need to write the body of the web page. Then CSS, which is cascading style sheets, where you need to style that body. Now you have written that body, but that's not looking amazing. You need to add colors, you need to add typography, you need to add fonts, you need to use so many frameworks so that it should look amazing. So these both HTML and CSS are the most building blocks of web development. Then how to where to learn HTML and CSS? I have written here the resource that complete HTML and CSS course by Jonas, which is available on Udemy. It's a 11 hours course. So just take that course and you will be having a lot of knowledge of HTML and CSS. Then it comes to CSS frameworks like a free CSS. These both are free CSS frameworks, and they used to create the responsive website almost with no CSS coding. You don't need to write the CSS code if you are using these both, but you need to write a little bit of CSS code. Not a lot, but yeah, a little bit. Now, Tailwind CSS and Bootstrap. Now, what's the difference between them? They both are a CSS framework, but a lot of people choose Tailwind CSS for their work. That's new, and Bootstrap is used earlier. Bootstrap is also so good to use. Tailwind CSS is a little bit lengthy. I mean, the classes are so big, but it's a great tool to use instead of Bootstrap. A lot of people use that. But currently, I am only using Bootstrap, but I would love to learn Tailwind CSS as well. So yeah, prefer whatever you want, a Bootstrap or Tailwind CSS, but you must know a CSS framework. Now, from where to learn Tailwind CSS is a crash course by Brad Traversy in YouTube. It's a 30 minutes course, so just grab that. Then we have JavaScript, which is most popular programming language in the world. It's a ton of functionalities in the website. It's like in today's era, everything is built on JavaScript. Like earlier, it was like PHP and MySQL, but nowadays everything is happening with JavaScript. Like you have seen MERN stack, MongoDB, which is a database, and then we have Node.js, which is also JavaScript. Then we have Express.js, which is also JavaScript. We have React.js, which is also JavaScript. Vue.js, AngularJS. So there is a lot of technologies which are built only on the JavaScript. So you need to learn JavaScript, and then after you have learned HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, you want, like earlier it was like you learned HTML and CSS and you are a front end developer. Then it was like you learned HTML, CSS, and JavaScript and you are a front end developer. But now it's not like that. If you have learned HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, you are a web designer. Then, after you have learned the front CSS frameworks, you are a half front end developer, not a full front end developer. Now, I have also written these courses for the JavaScript and Bootstrap, so have a look at this. Then, after learning all these, you will become a half front end developer. You because it is a full front end developer, but in today's era, the companies are not hiring people who just know HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and some of the frameworks. So, what's the most important thing in 2021 to learn is any one of the framework among these three. Pick any one framework. Like in today's, like it's like React.js is most popular. People use Angular, people use Vue.js, but React.js is the most popular framework uh, for now. And Vue.js is also getting a lot of demand, but it's less than React. So I prefer React, and I personally use React. I have tried Angular, but I didn't like that. Then I have tried Vue. I haven't tried Vue.js yet, but I would love to try, and then I'll compare between them. But for now, I like React, which you should learn after these all you should learn among three. Learn React, and then I have given the course by by Academic by Maximilian Warzimüller, and it's a 40.5 hours course, and it's you will be a very great developer by learning this. Like you will learn a lot by this course. So now you have become the front-end developer. You have learned this, but what's now? Now you need to learn. Every developer should know how the version control system works. Now, what is version control system? It's a it's a thing that keeps track of changes that have been made to the code anytime, like a Git and GitHub. These both are version control system. Git is version control system, and GitHub is like a social platform for developers. From where to learn Git and GitHub is by Free Code Camp, which is a 1 hour course, a crash course in YouTube. So check that out for learning this. And after you have learned this Git and GitHub, you just build projects and post it on GitHub. Because when you apply for any job or anything, and in your resume, you need to give your GitHub profile. People ask for your GitHub profile to see how you code, to see your code quality. Like you just need to code anything. You need to settle that code. You need the code should look understandable. It should not look a hodgepodge kind of thing. So you need to learn Git and GitHub and make your code quality great so that people can understand it easily. Then important things that you must know as a front-end developer. There are a lot of important things like never use pure black in your designs. The pure black looks ugly, and the clients and the companies don't like this. So instead use hashtag 333, which is a color code. So which I have used here. This color code is not black. This is 333. So always use 333 as your color instead of black. Then you should know the table of 8 for font size. If you are writing a font size for any element, you don't need to write 20 pixels, 30 pixels, 40 pixels. You need to write the multiple of 8, which is a perfect font size for any. So these are some of the rules that you should use to make your design worth it. So like use 18, 16 pixels, use 24 pixels as your font size. Then patterns matter a lot. The pattern of your web page, the way it looks from the client side should be amazing. The client side. Now I'm talking about client side. What is client side? So I would love to show my project to you all, which is no, my Noida client. So that's how front end looks after HTML, CSS, and JS. Which is a residential and commercial property website. Just wait a second. So yeah, so this is what now this is happening with JavaScript. This functionality, this animation, this all is happening with JavaScript. So you know how to now you have got that how to use JavaScript here for the animations, for the working of the website. Like when you click on this, when you click on this, when you click on this, everything is changing. So this is through JavaScript. So JavaScript is for animations for working the website, like not a static website, it's a dynamic. Like it has 30 to 35 pages inside. So this is what the front end looks like. Like if the client will see this, so he will be like, yeah, that's a great. So it also builds the trust of the customer, that how the website looks will build the trust of the customer. So this is how you need to design your website. One more website I would like to uh, take this here. This is so great. This is not made by me, but this is so great, and I will be starting working with them from tomorrow itself. They are a Swift Media Labs, a company. So look their front end. like how it is a 3D component, and this animation which is done through JavaScript. Then this animation of coming, the 3D things, the components, that how they're coming. So this is what we call it as front end. Like everything is happening, everything is interacting so that the client would see and see, oh, and look at it like it's a trustworthy website because the design is good. So it's a trust factor. And then, so this is what the whole website is like. So now you've seen how front end can work. Like patterns matter a lot. You have seen the patterns like this, and so patterns matters a lot the way it looks from the client side. Then take the inspirations. Take real world experiences, examples for interactive designing. Like there are a lot of designs, like when you are uploading something, maybe you have used Canva. So when they upload, they make a small micro interaction. So this is a thing, some things like preloading the page. When the page loads, it shows a animation. So that's how you make your design interactive, and just take the real world experiences and examples and make your design so interactive. Now, let's see what are the trends now working. Like there are so many trends in 2019, sorry, 2021, like glass morphism, which is a trend which is trending now, which is making a glass kind of component in your UI like this. This is a glass morphism, like making a glass kind of component which looks amazing. So this is on trending now, and also 3D components are trending a lot, like you have seen on that website. Uh, 3D components and web design. Like see this. So these are the 3D components, the 3D box, the 3D clothes. So the 3D components and glass morphism, these both are on trending now in 2021, and you must use these in your front-end development to make your website more interactive to the client who sees it. Um, then the process. Now we got to know how to start front-end development, why to do front-end development, why to follow this guide, and everything. But the process, what's the process of becoming this? So the first is find, look for the projects to build, like nav bars, headers, footers, and forms. Look for the projects to build. Just search in the internet that how to make a nav bar, and then search for it, learn that. So just find the projects to build, small, such micro projects. Then you have learned and build. Now don't think more, just start now. Look up for the resources I shared, like I shared with you so many resources of YouTube and Udemy. Look up for that. Then having just the knowledge without action is worthless. So don't just see tutorials and learn. You need to build. You don't need to gain just the knowledge, but you need to act upon it to make it worthful. Then repeat. Building something once is not enough. Like you have built a navbar once and then you are a front end developer. That's not like that. Building something for once is not enough. You have to build different kinds of website, different kinds of navbars. There are a lot of kinds of navbars. Like there are navbars which have logo in the middle. There are navbars which have logo in the side. There are navbars which have the that burger kind of thing to open it and to close it, which is done by JavaScript. So you need the repetition. Build at least 5 to 6 web pages, single and dynamic both. Single web pages and dynamic web pages both you need to build. And one more thing I prefer after this is to make a portfolio website for yourself. I don't have any portfolio website till now, but I am building it currently, and I'll be launching it very soon. So build a portfolio website after this. That's what I prefer. Then don't settle for enough. Like you have learned everything. You have built 5 to 6 websites, dynamics and all. But what after this? Like you have learned front end and you said like I am a front end developer now. But don't settle. Don't settle there. Grow more. Just grab more and more things. Polish your understanding of CSS and JavaScript. Learn more about CSS, like learn more about JavaScript. There are a lot of updates coming up in these languages, so no more updates. Then learn SAS, which is a like CSS, but it is so easy to use. SAS is so easy to use instead of CSS, and it's currently getting a lot of demand rather than CSS. So first learn CSS and then go for SAS because it's amazing. You just need to code a very short, a very not. It's not so lengthy. It's short and it's get um, a lot of opportunities. Like people ask for SaaS developers, like those who know SaaS. Then build larger React and Redux projects. Now, now you have learned the React. If you have learned, then build the projects in React rather than in HTML and CSS. Use React more and more, and then gain confidence by building bunch of projects. Learn a new language. Then always will to learn on something new. Like I am willing to something learn something new. Like I'll go for Django and GraphQL and AR/VR. So willing to learn something new. So learn a new language. Then let's connect on Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Like, let me show you my LinkedIn profile and let me show you the resources that I share, which might help you. Like in front end, I shared my resources in Monstack. I've shared my resources and just go there and go to my post. And then there are a lot of resources that might help you. I've also shared my journey and like this one. This is the essential HTML tags for SEO, like for those who want their website to rank in Google. Like when you search on the Google, there should be a website at the top. So if you want your website to be at the top, you need to use some HTML tags to get to the top. So this is a card set tag. Then this is a keywords, author, and canonical viewport. So all these, if you use in your website will rank a lot. Then if you have any doubts, you can just DM me and I'll help you out with that. Then I've shared a roadmap for Monstack development. If you want to see this, just go there and see this carousel and you will know what to learn to become a Monstack developer, a kind of roadmap it is. Now what I've used to design this is Canva, which is an amazing tool for graphic designers. This is a complete front-end development roadmap. If you want to learn, let me show you. This is what I showed you now. Then this is my posts, like I write posts. I've got the opportunities. So all that you can get through my LinkedIn profile to know about me, and soon I'll be launching my portfolio. So just let's connect and be there, and you can just follow me on Instagram. It's not opening. So you can also follow me on Instagram. This is my username. So let's connect there. You can also follow me on Twitter by this username, and just ask me anything if you have any doubt, or if you want something for me to interview, uh, if you have any queries, or if you have any feedback for me to improve myself. So let's connect there. And then thank you for listening with a great patience, and congratulations that you have now you will be able to learn everything, and you will be able to become a great front end development developer, and get a good job. Or if you don't want to get job, you can also prefer freelancing, there are a lot of freelancing websites, but I don't prefer any of them because that doesn't work for me. I prefer LinkedIn. Maintaining the consistency in LinkedIn and repeating all these, like practicing a lot, repeating what you have learned, is something will get you clients. Now, one more thing I would like to share is how to get clients. So many people ask me this, like I got so many clients, so how to get that? So and the thing is, there are two processes. You can get the clients automatically by maintaining the content consistency in LinkedIn about helping the people work for free. Help the people for free. Share the resources. If they're asking you that how you have learned this, share with them. Share with what you have learned. Share with them with the errors they are getting. So just share your knowledge for free, and then maintain the consistency on your LinkedIn post or Twitter post, whatever you will prefer. So that's what going to get your clients automatically. Like you won't believe, I got four messages from the people to work with them on the same day I shared one of the helpful resource of Mon stack development. So it's a great opportunity. Just build your network to get the clients. The second thing, if you're not getting clients through this, then what to do is just search for any of the name in LinkedIn, and LinkedIn, and go through some of the profiles. And if you see any of the person who is great and who is doing amazing, just send them a connection request with a note, and write them that, hey, you are doing amazing, and I have seen that in your profile you don't have any of the website, but if you'll make a website, that would be great. So I would love to help you out with that, and let me know if you're interested. Cheers, and then your name. So if you write a note to some of the people, like if you're writing a note for 10 to 15 people one day, you will definitely get a reply from two. Definitely. I agree. I just, and that's not, I'm just saying, that's what work. So if you're not getting clients through this, use this method. So there are two methods. One is automatic by building the consistency, and the second one is going to the clients and talking them like you don't have a website, and if you want, let me know. So that's how you get the client. That's how you grow as a freelancer and build your professional experience, professional life as just by building and then working with clients and internships, and get the recommendations, request them to recommend you for someone. So that's also work for getting the clients. So this is what I would love to, like I just shared what I have done till now. And yeah, thank you so much.
Okay, anyone having any questions, you can ask to her by keeping on your mic, or you can also write your questions in chat box. Shruti, as you told everyone that we have to be updated about the every new updation that comes for a
Yeah,
virgin,
yeah.
then how can we get updated every time? I mean, what are the resources that we can use to get to such that we can get updated every time when there is
You
a update on that app or a version?
Just follow the people who are into it very much and who are your mentors, and just follow them, and they will share the resources, they will share with you. They'll share in their stories or post that this has been updated, now you have this feature in css and all this. So just follow more people and grow your network. The network will only tell you that these updates have been done.
Okay, now I have one more question, that how can you manage your front end?
What how can you manage your front end?
Oh, sorry, there was a network issue there. I was asking that how can you manage your time to your hobbies and the your, as you are in 11th standard, there is are a lot of work to do about schools, your board exams, and there is a hustle pressure. How can you manage between them?
Um, in class 11, I am not very much focusing on my studies because I'm like everyone says that 11th is a basic for 12th. So I am doing 11th, but I am currently um, I am currently preparing for a national level contest, which is so important for me. And so that so in for class 11th, I'm not working very hard in studies. But yeah, till class 10th, I was very good in studies, and in class 12th, I will be very good in my studies because I don't want to take any risk in class 12th. But yeah, 11th was so easy for me. It works fine for me because I haven't done anything with my studies. So yeah, that's it. And managing the time with my studies, with my online classes and all is a challenging task for me because sometimes when you work on something and you are on a meeting or you're on a call and you get the message from your teacher that you need to build this project and all. So that sometimes frustrated me, but sometimes I just build, and sometimes like I mostly study on Sundays because on Sundays there are no calls from any of the clients. So I basically study on Sundays, and I like what I study. Like people do chapter one in one day, chapter two in second day, but I study in a bulk. Like I do 7 to 8 chapters on Sunday, on just one day. So I study in bulk, and then all the week, like on Saturday also I study a little bit, but on Sunday I do bulk study, like the whole day study planning. So this is my study, and this management is like.
Okay, you are doing great, and I think everyone who is in 11th standard or before, they can uh, enjoy these things, and people must be aware about this. As when I was in my 11th standard, I don't know about these things, and I only tried to do some things, but I was not able to do, as I don't have a much knowledge about that. And I think you are doing great, and stay tuned. Anyone having any questions, you can ask, please.
Yeah, I've got a question. Is certificates matter in getting work from clients? Uh, Not every time, but yeah, sometimes it matters. Like I got my first client without, I just shared him my work. He liked it, and then he given me the opportunity. So not every time your resume will work, not every time your certificates will work, but sometimes they work if you want to work with a big startup, like early stage startup or a community. Then certificates matters. Um, yeah, so that's it. Like, my client was not knowing that I am 16 when I was working with him, but he got to know after 2 months, and he was like shocked that I am working with a 16-year-old. So, anyone is having any more questions?
Shruti, as you told about the resources for learning front-end development, Udemy courses on that means
Yeah.
video lectures and all. Okay, apart from these, are there any books you referred or any blogs or you take help from someone else such as what mentors?
You can find so many blogs on Medium, and there's also a community, dev community. You can just search it on Google, and these both will help you grow more, these blogs. And then if we talk about books, then I haven't read any of the books of these programmings. Like I have read the 0 to 1, which is a startup kind of book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, and the American Dream. So um, they are not a programming books, but yeah, I have heard people reading the books of HTML and CSS, and the Eloquent JavaScript, which is an amazing book. I haven't read it, but I have heard about it a lot. The Eloquent JavaScript, which is an amazing book if you want to learn more about JavaScript.
And Shruti, as we are discussing about front-end development, what about back-end development?
Uh, Backend development includes the web APIs. Like backend developers, what they do, they just build the APIs and test the APIs using Postman, which is the API tester, and they test the API and then they give that routes and the backend code to the front end developer, and then front end developer interact the backend with the front end, and then they design the front end, the interaction, and a lot of things the front end developer has to do. They used to use the CDNs and a lot of like jQuery, or like they use the package managers to actually manage the work, and the front end and back end both become a full stack development. And if you have the knowledge of front end and back end both, then you are a full stack developer. That's how front end and back end development works.
Thanks, Shruti, for answering this question. Um, anyone else having question you can ask?
So Shruti, I am also learning HTML and CSS.
Okay.
So I'm having one query that I'm learning just there are many things I had learned, but how to implement it? Like if I goes on learning and learning, it is
Hmm.
like without implementation, and you had said that
Yeah.
build something. So how
Hmm.
to start means according to you, how much I know knew to start that?
When you have started learning, then you just need to download a Sublime Text code editor or a VS Code, Visual Code Studio. Just download any of the code editor and then open it, and then just write what you have learned, and see the magic, how it is happening in the web page, how the output is coming. And then gradually, if you see that, yeah, I have done this, you will get amazed, and then you will be willing to learn more and more. You will yearn for learning more. So just just by following the tutorials and just seeing the tutorials is not something that will make you master of it. So just if you're just see the YouTube tutorial, and then what they are doing, do it with your code studio, and see what the output is coming, and see where the errors are coming. If the errors are coming, just search for the Stack Overflow, research about it, or search in YouTube channels, and just if you build with learning. Don't do both separately. Build with learning. So this is what how you can gain the practical knowledge as well.
Shruti, is there is any website, or I can say like competitive coding, where we are having questions to practice? Is this thing is available for that front end work also?
Front-end work, there is a website, like there are code chef and every websites for backend, but don't have any of the website for front end. So that was one of my question to someone in my LinkedIn connections, then I just asked him that is there any website for front end also? So he just said that yeah, there is one which is known as frontendmasters.com. Let me share the link with you in the chat box. You can prefer this website for advancing your skills, and then there are a lot of courses out there for front end only, and there is boot camp which you can join and shape the modern work. So for the back end, there are Code Chef, Hacker Rank, and all, but for the front end, this is here.
Okay, thanks, Shruti, for sharing it.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Shruti, what about the websites? Those already provide you flexibility to do some enhancement. For example, if I just say about Wix.
Wix and WordPress. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, they are the websites like all these websites like Wix, WordPress, or anything that allow you to build websites without coding. They are great, but they have some limitations. Like you can't do everything on your own self. Like um, and there are some limitations. Like if you want to do something and it happens something according to their functionality, what they have set, but if you want to do something and it will not happen, then you get frustrated with that. So coding for your custom demands is you should code, then you should use coding. But if you want to build something, a very simple thing and without any complexity, then you can use Wix or WordPress, anything like that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. I've got one more question. What are the steps you take before designing a website? From where you take ideas? Okay, for taking the inspiration ideas, you just um, go through the Behance, or yeah, you can just go through the YouTube and search for the web design inspirations, and they will appear so many videos which will show you some of the inspirations. Go to their website and see how the front end, how they have designed everything. So search for YouTube on in Google only. If you will search web design inspirations, you will get a lot of websites, and just open any one of them, or open all of them, see what they have done, how they have designed, and just take the ideas from them and mix it up with your website. Just take the ideas, don't just copy everything. Never copy anything from any of the website. Take the ideas, take the inspiration from them, use it in your website, in your using your mind with that, and then building it a great product. So that's how you take the ideas. One more question is there. Do you also aspire to excel in full stack niche, or you'll master more at the front end developer only? Um, I like front end development very much because from childhood only I am very much interested in arts and designing things. So it's very nice niche for me, front end development. But in today's like full stack development is also in demand. So in full stack development, I have learned Stack, and currently for a national level contest, I am learning PHP and MySQL. So after learning this and knowing about more about internet, you will become a full stack development, but you need to master full stack development. So currently I am a full stack developer, but I haven't mastered it yet. So I would not say that I'm a full stack developer because I haven't mastered it. I have just learned it. So to master it, I need to build a lot of projects, which I'll be soon making. Um, then next question I've got is please suggest some steps and ideas for beginner. I have suggested the steps like how you will need to go like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and then I have suggested all the steps. And then ideas for a beginner in front-end development, like project ideas. You can just search for Google the project ideas in front-end development. And for mastering everything, you need to clone everything. Like just go to Facebook or just go to Netflix and then see they have their landing page. Try to build that landing page with your own code. Try to clone their website. Like they have this image in the background. Try to make that image in the background with your code. So just see the inspirations. Try to make them with your code so that you will know that yeah ये भी होता है मतलब इस चीज में. So that's how you get more ideas, and a lot of ideas you can take from inspirations, web inspirations, and just clone the websites to master the front end development.
And Shruti, how you take the inputs? For example, one has to make an academic website or organizational website or any other kind of website. So, do you have anything in your mind that I need to prepare a page like this and that? Is some kind of research thing or something like that?
Mhm. Yeah. If you want to suppose you want to make a real estate property website, and then you want to know that how this website looks. You don't have any knowledge about real estate, but still you want to make a website. Then how you will make if you don't have a knowledge? So just go to Google, search for the real estate property website themes, and you will see a lot of themes there. I think so. The website name is eForest. I think so. Yeah, let me search. Yeah, Theme Forest is the website name, and just go to the Theme Forest and search for any of the website you want, and see the themes they have made, and get the inspiration from them also. You don't need to buy the theme, you don't need to buy the template, but just see that how they have built it. So you will find templates in each and everything, like in real estate. If you search for real estate, you will find the HTML CSS template for CSS, and try to clone that theme with yourself, or try to add some of your ideas into that theme and code it with yourself. So this is how you can get to know about any of the niche you are building a website for.
Okay. Any other questions?
I think no, nobody has any questions. So thank you, Shruti, for this
Oh,
wonderful
there
session.
is one question. One question.
Okay, yeah. Shruti, as you are a web developer, learned more in JavaScript, so can you apply some principles and develop an app? See, app and web both are different. Like if you want to build an app to run it on Play Store, you need to learn React Native or Flutter, something like this, to build an app. So, and to build a website, you need to learn Merge stack like React and Node. So all these. So the both are different in their own way. So I am not an app developer now. I am a web developer. So I will be a app developer after I learn React Native or Flutter, any one of them. But I prefer React Native because I know React, so React Native would be so easy for me to implement, and it's also great. So yeah, if I learn React Native, then I'll be a app developer. But currently, I'm a web developer.
Okay, host.
Yes, so and now again I'm saying if anybody is having any question, you can just write in the chat box or unmute yourself. Uh, We are waiting giving 2 minutes for you. Shruti, may I ask something about your future? Means your future plans.
Yeah, my future plans are learning more and more, like Django and GraphQL and AR VR technologies. And also learning React Native. So these are my future plans, and also taking participate in contest. Like there's a contest by the name Junior Skills 2021, which is going to be started on 1st March. So I'm currently preparing for it. So grabbing more opportunities and contests is what my future plans are, and learning something new.
Okay. You had told that you want to make a community, something like that. So means want to be entrepreneur, something like that.
Yeah. Uh, After you have built any community and take it to the larger level, then and just doing the business practices and having a unique idea is what entrepreneur does. So yeah, if I will do something like this, then yeah, I aspire to be an entrepreneur.
Thanks, Shruti, for answering my questions. And I think now nobody has any queries or questions. So thank you, Shruti, for the wonderful session. And I and we
Thank you
all
so
had
much.
learned lot from you. Like I had learned lot from you about web development and back front end development, all that things. Now I would like to welcome Chinmay.
Thank you so much, Shruti, for presenting a wonderful session. You gave efficient knowledge about front end, and I personally learned a lot about front end, and I think I'm I get motivated to do it. It was a great pleasure having such a young geek here. Your motivation inspired me and everyone here, and I think we will conduct further more sessions like this. You have a great courage and confidence to present all this info very nicely. And I must say, you have a great knowledge about front end, and we hope you have a brighter future ahead and you will join our club. Thank you so much, Shruti, for having us
Thank you
with you.
so much. Thank you so much for giving me such an amazing opportunity. And I was nervous for the first time. I was having a webinar with JNU, but yeah, after that, after I overcome that fear of speaking up, then I gained confidence. So one more lesson to you all, that for overcoming any of your fear, just do that thing to overcome that. So that's it. Thank you again.
Okay, thanks, Shruti. There are very few words to say, but a lot of thoughts to deliver. You are such an inspiration for our students, and it's a really amazing uh, to for you to be here with us and deliver your knowledge about front-end development, web development, and what are the skills required for it. So it will help really a lot to the students, and definitely they will work on that. Usually they used to have major and minor projects in their curriculum. So most of the students used to do web development, and well, it will be really helpful for them also. And as I have also told you to be a part of Gigsy and for this community, and we are expecting a contribution from your side also. So we will be very much thankful for you if you just been with us and contribute part of your knowledge.
Definitely. I will.
Okay, thanks to others, host, and thanks Shruti again. So we are winding up this session, and we hope Shruti will join us again in a coming future to deliver
For
her
sure.
expertise, again. So thank you all. So take care. Bye bye.
Bye.